Wearing black with gold trim. He's undefeated at 24.
You know what it is.
13 wins.
Yes, sir.
Knockout. He weighed in at 175 and 3/4 pounds, and he's fighting out of Houston, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, Cedric Agnew.
Yeah. And if you ain't know, hey, you know, y'all know Shaw Shooting is too. Y'all know what she signed up for. And there it is.
You are now listening to the Beyond the Gloves podcast. Subscribe now.
Subscribe. Thing is over here. It might be over here, but we gonna talk. We gonna chop it up. Yeah. Yes, sir. We gonna talk. We gonna rap. We gonna talk. We gonna rap. Yes, sir. Briefly. Excuse me. This podcast, mainly, I'm not going to even lie to y'all, man, because some things I've been seeing in the boxing news that's been quite bothering me. It's been really bothering me, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we're going to talk about it. But the fight I just watched last night was the Sandy Ryan and Michaela Mara fight. I also seen Xander Zayas. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. I seen this fight. Young prospect, you know what I'm saying, very strong, 154 pound, I believe. Very, very strong kid. Got decent speed up on him. I ain't got much to say about him. I don't want to push the guy ahead, say they should put him in there and get some of those top contenders. No, just keep developing the kid. What I seen in Shushu last night, keep developing him as well. Start to, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. Hey, take it how y'all want to take it. I'm just giving it to y'all how I give it to y'all, coming from a boxer's mind on how they move and how they should move these young fighters. With Shushu, if he gonna fight again this year, put him in there again with somebody who, like, you know, on the level of somebody who he of the level of the guy he just fought. On that level, and start to step him up a little bit. Start to step him up around mid next year. It's no rush for the kid. Let him grow, man. Let him grow. You know what I'm saying? But I also think his trainers need to work on certain things with him. I'm not gonna point the things out they need to work on, because I believe they watch tapes of Shushu as well. You can't only focus on the good things you're doing. You got to focus on the bad things you do as well. Even if you went in there and knocked the man out in 30 seconds of the first round, it's some things you might have did wrong, or some things you could improve on. Improve on. But I ain't gonna sit too much on that top rank card. We gonna get into this. We gonna get into this good news. Hold up, because you know what I'm saying. When I get news, I bring the news to my listeners and my viewers, and we chop it up. So let me get to this news, because the news, it might be new to me, but it might be old to you. Or it might be old to me, but new to you. But we're going to talk about it. Where are we? Oh, was that it? Yes, sir. We're going to talk about news just dropped. Devin Haney. Y'all probably laughing right now already. Devin Haney. Yes, Devin, the Dream Haney, has filed a lawsuit against Ryan, or King Ryan Garcia. And as I was looking, Hey, y'all gotta excuse me because as a boxer, mind you, this is unheard of. You know what I mean? And we never seen anything like this before. It's new to us. So most boxers are laughing at this. Most coaches are laughing at this. Most promoters are laughing at this, and uh, we're gonna chop it up, man. We're gonna talk about it, and I'm not gonna spend too much on it. You know what I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna spend too much on it because really, I gave y'all my breakdown of the Michaela Mayer. Oh no, you know what? I gave y'all my breakdown of Shushu and Zainazai. Michaela Mayer and Sandy Ryan. In my opinion, my honest opinion, I felt that the champ, Sandy Ryan, did enough to win the fight. I'm not gonna call it a robbery. I'm gonna just say the wrong decision was made on Saturday. I'm sorry. The wrong decision was made on Friday night. She landed the more harder shots. She controlled the action, in my opinion, and she pressed the fight. She was coming forward majority of the fight, and she definitely took that second half of the fight, hands down. You know, in my opinion, also she hurt Michaela with a few shots. You know, but like I said, I had Sandy winning the fight. Seeing that they didn't call it her way, you know, I knew that they was going to, you know what I'm saying, him up, put that blicky on it, you know what I mean, and tell her give her title up. But I hope they do, you know what I'm saying, they do a rematch. Now, in my opinion, like I said, I don't think Michaela want a rematch because Sandy look like she gonna be hitting even harder, and she might end up stopping her. So I think that's a rematch that you probably avoid. But she fought her heart out, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say Michaela Mayer didn't fight her heart out as well. She did. She definitely fought her heart out. And I definitely knew, in my opinion, the way that Michaela was walking back to the corner at times and they was feeding her instructions, how she was taking those instructions. She looked like, in points in the fight, she looked like she had like she was defeated. Like she had no answers. Like y'all telling her what to do, but she looked like she's doing it, but she's still not getting the job done. She's doing it, but this girl, she can't stop her. This girl is just hitting too hard. This girl, she like she's taking all of her punches and she's still pressing forward and she's hitting her with even harder shots. But hey, it's boxing. They get things wrong all the time. This not the first and not the last time we'll get something wrong. You know what I'm saying? I just hope they keep progressing and they continue to get things right. That's my take on the top ranked joint. But we gonna get back down to the nitty gritty, to the meat and potatoes on this Ryan Garcia and Devin the Dream. Hey, you dig? Man, we gonna get to it, man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, must I remind y'all, if you didn't know, you know what this is.
You are now listening to the Beyond the Gloves podcast. Subscribe now.
Make sure you do. You mean? So let's get to it. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney. Devin Haney is suing Ryan Garcia. Three things I seen. Three things. Fraud, battery, and breach of contract. Now we gonna chop this up. We gonna chop it up. Before we chop it up, though, let me get to this real quick. Before we chop it up, before we chop slide, I wanna get to this so we can let it ride. You dig. Let's get to this. Cause get to a few things. Wait till I get my money right. Okay. Here we go. Now, like I said, Devin Haney is suing for breach of contract, fraud, and battery. Let y'all listen to what Bill Haney was talking about, though. You know what I'm saying? Bill Haney just dropped this.
Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions were awarded $1 million for damages for the fight Devin Haney versus Haney-Garcia.
Okay.
I asked one question, is why would Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions receive $1 million in damages? What damages did they occur? For that, Devin Haney Promotions and me, we thankful to Devin Haney and stepping up and allowing us to do our job with Devin Haney Promotions and sue the entire outfit. So with that saying, the suit stands, and Hall of Fame promoter Bob Arum, I'm ashamed that you as an attorney also would advise that fighters don't sue. I mean, haven't you been sued before? Marvin Hagler, Terrence Crawford, so welcome to boxing and the Devin Haney era.
Okay. He also, hold on, because Bill Haney's showing up like this here.
Show me the money.
Show me the money.
Show me the money.
You know what I mean? Bill Haney said, hey, man, show me the money. You know what I mean? But he also spoke about Marvin Hagler and Terrence Crawford. You got notes on that for me? Marvin Hagler, Terrence Crawford? If you don't, I got it. Don't worry about it. Marvin Hagler sued. I believe I had this. Let's see. Okay. I got you right now. It's coming right to you. Got it. Okay. Because we're going to break this down, man. You know what I'm saying? Then we're going to dive right back into Devin Haney. And we're going to get all this nipped in the bud. Now, if you can do me the honors of reading, why? Because hey, Bill, Mr. Dollar Bill, Dollar Bill, y'all. Bill, you brought it up. So we going to get right to it. You did. Now, go ahead and, why did Marvelous, I don't want to get it wrong, Marvelous Marvin Hagler sue Bob Arum?
Marvin Hagler, a middleweight boxing legend, took legal action against Bob Arum after Arum didn't introduce him by his nickname, Marvelous, before a fight in 1982. Hagler was so upset that he went to court to legally change his name.
Okay. So that's the issue. That's the issue with the fighter and the promoter. Okay. Nothing what Devin Haney and Haney-Garcia is going to court for. Now, see if I got this. Okay. Now, because he brought it up. So like I said, he brought it up. We going to air it out. Now, if you can see, what did Terrence Crawford sue for?
Terrence Crawford, a black welterweight boxer, sued his former promoter Bob Arum and Top Rank, the company Arum founded, for $10 million in January 2022. Crawford's lawsuit included allegations of racial bias, breach of contract, and fraudulent misrepresentation.
Okay. And in that lawsuit, Crawford had every right to do what he did, because Bob Arum also talked bad about Terrence. You know what I'm saying? Saying how it was a bad investment. It was a loss. Bob Arum talked bad about Terrence Crawford. So it was only right. Now, like I said, as you set him up, we gonna knock him out the park for you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only right. Now, get to it. Now, let me drop this real quick. A little clip from an interview that Devin did with Ward on The Art of Ward. Let's go.
The first round happened, bro. You said you had a great camp. This what I don't understand. I don't know how was he that fast with his left foot? Because I know y'all worked on it because you said it.
Yeah.
How did you get hit with that shot early in the fight?
If you're that aggressive, get overconfident. Big left hand by Garcia. Rocks Haney early.
It's boxing. You can't swim without getting wet. You're going to get hit. Got hit.
I felt like the times when you stood your ground and then slowly pushed him back, it was a totally different fight.
Yeah.
When you gave up ground, he got bold. Did you see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely saw that. I don't want to talk too much on the fight because I could say, I could have did this, and that. Well, he could have not took PEDs too. PEDs don't just magically pop up in your system. And if they do.
Pause it right there. Okay. Now, he said, in his opinion, he prepared right for the fight. And you can't swim without getting a little wet. Now, we're going to let that in the bud right now. Devin, you might have thought you prepared right for the fight, but PEDs didn't make that man punch faster. That hook was coming at the same speed it came at when he stepped in there with Javante, Big, we're going to call him Big Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? Not Little Tank, Big Tank. That hook was coming at the same speed. You just thought that you was above Tank and you can take his best attribute from him, and you didn't prepare the right way. Now, Tank is a southpaw. Ryan Garcia is orthodox. So that left hook is coming from here. Tank coming from southpaw position. He can get under it. He can pin it. He can pin your hook. The way he worked against that hook, an orthodox fighter can't work against it the same way, because the hook is coming from it's coming at a different angle. It's not the same. So the things that Tank did in the fight, you could emulate, but just from a orthodox position. You and Ryan are both orthodox fighters. So what you had to do is just come up with a different game plan to beat him, and y'all didn't do that. From the jump, you stepped to Ryan, which you never. No, don't step to a fucking power punch. Oh, excuse my language, YouTube. Don't step to a power puncher. He's hitting too hard. Don't step to him. Fight on your back foot and turn that man. Stay away from his power. Neutralize his best attribute, which you didn't do. Bad game planning. Horrible game planning. At the end of the day, I feel like y'all also as a team gotta take credit for bad game planning. That's all. And y'all didn't do that. But y'all need to do that. And he said he could have not took PEDs. Yeah, he could have not took PEDs, you know? But if, like I say, if was a fifth, we'll all be drunk. So he could have not did that. And you could have not prepared for the fight wrongly. Ryan Garcia could have not did a few things. But at the end of the day, he did it. And we're here. So let's get to it. Let's break this down, knock it out the park, and go ahead and get this up out of there. Because we're gonna talk about it. You did. Now, he's suing for breach of contract. What is breach of contract? Read that off for me.
Breach of contract happens when one party to a valid contract fails to fulfill their side of the agreement. If a party doesn't do what the contract says they must do, the other party can sue.
Okay. Now, I had plenty of pro fights, so I know what a fighter's contract look like. You got the fighters, like things that they put in fighters' contract. You got that for me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's normally in fighting contracts? Because it's typical all around the board. This is in every fighting contract. You know what I'm saying? Weight, place, what the fight gonna take at, even the ring size, time of the event, what date the event is on, how much y'all both get paid. Now, read it off for me real quick.
A fight contract.
Hold on, because I'm trying to figure out, as I'm trying to help y'all figure out the breach of contract part. I'm trying to nip all this in the bud before, you know what I'm saying, we even get to the point where they even stepping in the courtroom. We're gonna have this case figured out already. Dun 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 dun. Hey, let's go and chop it up though. Go ahead.
A fight contract determines everything from how much the fighter gets paid, the duration and weight class of the fight, right down to the fighter's sponsorship rights. It can dictate the promotional obligations of the fighters and can even include clauses on future fight options.
Okay. The only thing I can say, it could, like I said, could, but like I said, if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. Only way I say it could have been an issue is with the weight. But this how we feel nip that in the bud. With the weight, if you step in court saying that, Your Honor, we both signed this contract and it was for 140-pound fight at the 140-pound weight limit. You can't weigh nothing over 140. Your Honor, he came in weighing what, 143? That's breach of contract, Your Honor. Okay, all right. Okay. If he came in weighing 143 and you came in weighing 140, you made the weight, he didn't. Yes, that might be breach of contract. You guys still fought. So you still fought this man knowing that he was weighing 3 pounds more? He didn't make the contracted weight? Yeah, Your Honor, I still fought him. Why? Because we also had in the contract that if he missed weight, he got to pay X amount of dollars. Oh, okay. Did he pay you X amount of dollars? Yeah, Your Honor. That's why we fought. Oh, so he already paid his debt. He already was spanked on the hand and paid for that already by paying you X amount of dollars. So, breach of contract part, out the door, finito, out of here, out the park.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? For real. Out of there. Because, truth be told, with what's going on with you, Devin, we gonna get down to the other two things, the fraud and the battery. Because this is ridiculous. Because I believe once y'all step in court, and the judge see that on his desk. What? Yes, the case of Devin Haney versus Haney-Garcia. He see what's for. He gonna be like,
oh my God. Are you kidding me?
This what you suing for? Let's get to it. Keep ripping them. Keep running them. Let's keep going. So, we already got the breach of contract out of there. We threw that up and knock that straight out the park. Because Finito, we ain't rocking like that. Not at all. Not at all. Because if you ask me, like I said, y'all out here pulling moves like straight crackheads. For real, for real. Let's get to the we're gonna tackle the battery last. Let's get to the fraud. Fraud. Y'all think right? Fraud. Y'all think fraud? Because he's got allegations that Ryan Garcia committed fraud. What is fraud?
Fraud occurs when someone intentionally misrepresents the truth or withholds or conceals important information, resulting in harm such as monetary loss.
Now, that's where he might have something. The only thing, like the battery, we're going to get to the battery, but breach of contract, nah. The fraud. Okay. Monetary loss. The only way I can say that possibly can work for him is because what they are offering Devin Haney for fights right now, they are offering him half of his mandatory. Like the purse of his fights has significantly declined. And he's taking the hurting right there. And the only reason he's taking the hurting is because of his fight with Ryan Garcia, how it ended. Because granted, if Ryan Garcia, like I said, if was a fifth where I'll be drunk, yes. But if Ryan Garcia never took the ice cream and the Devin Haney never got hit by that left hook, Devin Haney most likely would have walked out that ring. And if Devin Haney would have went in the ring with the right game plan, Devin Haney most likely would have walked out that ring the victorious one. And if he would have walked out the ring the victorious one, he would still be getting paid what he was getting paid before he fought Ryan Garcia. I'm more than sure he would probably he would have probably been making a little bit more, seeing that he had beaten a Ryan Garcia. So now with this being said, he's making significantly less because of the impact that Ryan Garcia fight had on him. So his purse has significantly declined. Read that for me again, because the fraud, because I want to make sure I want to get everything that's in this fraud.
Fraud occurs when someone intentionally misrepresents the truth or withholds.
Pause right there. Misrepresent the truth. See, right there, I'm stuck right there too. Misrepresent the truth. Yeah, he could have told y'all he was on PED. He could have told y'all he was on PEDs and been in. Now he's showing up in court just like.
He said, I object, Your Honor.
You object to the room, or you object to being the crackhead?
To being the crackhead.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, what we doing here, man? What are we doing here? But you could have told y'all the truth, and the fight could have not happened. But like I said, if was a fifth, we'll all be drunk. Keep reading that for me.
Conceals important information resulting in harm.
It did conceal important information because that ice cream, you could have not been on the ice cream. And I am not saying ice cream. I'm saying ice cream. You know what I'm saying? You could have not been on it. But like I said, if was a fifth, we'll all be drunk. So he could have something with the fraud. He could have. In my opinion, it's a long shot, but he could have something with it. But I'm going to finish breaking this down. And I'm going to tell y'all what's this looking like going forward. So, the only thing, like I said, he could have something with is the fraud. Let's break down. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. The battery. The battery. Yes. This man is suing for battery too. Yeah. He's suing for battery.
Look at you, the more you smell like crack.
Man, run it, man. What's the battery?
Suing for battery is a civil lawsuit that seeks compensation.
Civil
lawsuit.
So only thing he can't get from this, like Ryan Garcia can't get no jail time from it. This is a money issue, which is Devin Haney's biggest. I'm not even saying it's probably not even really Devin's. It's probably mostly Bill's. Probably Devin's too. This is a money thing. They seen what they was offered for their last fight negotiation, or even not even for negotiation. They seen what they was last offered for his next fight. And they like, man, why y'all giving me so less? Like I still got my O. No. You might still have that O, but you ain't got that O. Finish reading that for me.
A civil lawsuit that seeks compensation for unwanted physical contact, violence, or control of a person that is harmful or offensive.
That's out of there. Nah. Battery, out of there. This is boxing. You ain't suing for no battery in boxing. Man, boy, if you don't get your soft, man, look here. We not, come on, man. You was Devin the Dream Haney. Now you ain't even Devin no more, man. You just Haney. What up, Haney? You know what I'm saying? You ain't even Haney. Haney need to go hang it up. Come on, man. Stop playing, bro. Like, what are we doing here, Dev? I understand that you a businessman. You're really not a businessman. I ain't gonna say you should have just got it back in blood, because the man could, you know what I'm saying, could do something nasty to you. But that's neither here nor there. My biggest issue with Devin in this lawsuit is I don't think he, like, in all honesty, in hindsight, once they get done with this, they might be looking at it like this lawsuit did way more damage to your career than that loss to Ryan Garcia. Finish nipping that battery thing in the bud. He's not getting it on battery either. The only thing he can possibly win the lawsuit against Ryan is the fraud. But in my opinion, I think all of it get thrown out the window. All of it get thrown out. And this lawsuit, it causes more damage to Devin Haney than the lawsuit did. And the reason I say this is because what fighter is going to look at you seriously after you lose a lawsuit, saying that you were seeking damages for battery, fraud, and breach of contract? And what promoter is going to really want to deal with you, honestly, after you sued for battery, fraud, and breach of contract? Now, I understand you want to handle things like a businessman. It's other ways you could have went about it, though. But I think Devin is just trying to, what do they say in the business world? What was that? CYA, cover, you know what I mean? The reason I say this is because if y'all go back and look at any fighter who fought and possibly got cheated, never was the same. Miguel Cotto versus Antonio Margarito. He beat Margarito in a rematch, but Margarito was like his eye was already damaged. He wasn't the same fighter. And Cotto wasn't the same Cotto. You can go on and on and on down the list, and you'll see many fighters who took beatings like that. Now, Devin, he did win some rounds because he's a fighter, and he's a hell of a fighter, but he took a beating in that fight. And I'm mostly thinking, because I had, I'm saying, like, I've been around boxing for a long, long time, man. And Devin just might not come back to the sport the same. You know, once he stepped back in there against those monsters at 140 or 147, he's not cracking enough to be at 47. So 140 is his best bet. And it's killers at 140. I don't think he's gonna have that I don't think he's gonna be the same Haney once he step back in there, man. Like, look at, matter of fact, then look at other fighters in the past who've taken beatings in there. They never come back the same. Like, look at Meldrick Taylor when he fought Julio Cesar Chavez. In the first fight, he was winning, you know, but he was taking a beating in that fight, man. It came back the second fight. Like, every fight after that, Meldrick Taylor was never the same, man. And like I said, I can keep going down a list of other fighters who have taken beatings in fights and never was the same fighter. Like I said, each and every time fighters step into the ring, no matter if you lose or win, we lose something each and every single time, because the brain is not meant to be punched on. The body is not meant to be hit on like that. But us as fighters train our best to minimize. You're going to take damage in there. Your job is to train so freaking hard. You want to minimize, because this can be large, it can be great. You want to minimize the damage that you're going to take when you're in there. So if you train just extremely hard and you just have a wonderful training camp and you're going to knock your opponent out that first round, you took no damage. You minimized all the damage you could have possibly taken in that fight. Devin Haney trained hard for the fight. And I also think the games that Ryan was playing got into Devin's head, and Devin wasn't training super hard like he should have been, because Devin probably thought the fight wasn't going to happen due to all the antics that Ryan was pulling leading up into the fight. So I don't think Devin's head was all the way in the fight. I think he got in the fight once they got to the weigh-ins. And, you know, once you're in weigh-ins and you weigh in and you locked in, at that point you locked in. Like, ain't no going back unless you're gonna be like old boy who stepped in there against Efe or Jagba and touched gloves and walked out the ring, pimped off. Like, no sir, definitely not fighting you, big dog. Definitely not fighting you. They told me I was getting $100 million for the fight.
Cap.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing that. We not doing that. But back to Devin Haney, man. I think in my opinion, I think Devin really should have took a year off from the sport. You know what I'm saying? Don't go back and forth with people on social media. Just, he should have took a clean year off to let his body, his mind, and everything recover, and then came back. I mean, he would have been way more respected, because right now with what's, especially how social media tear you down, not even going to build you up, it's going to tear you all the way down. He's moving unlike a fighter. He's moving like somebody who's been really battered, who was in like a domestic dispute or something, and got the worst got the worst end of the stick on that end. You know what I mean? But Devin's not moving like Devin. Devin might have Bill behind the keyboard, you know what I'm saying, playing keyboard thug, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, and he out there arguing back and forth with these digital D heads, but he ain't gonna win no battle like that, man. No matter how much you tell people the truth, they're not gonna want to hear the truth, Bill. They're not gonna want to hear the truth, Devin. They're not. They just want to see you get it back in blood. You should have took it off from the sport, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the truth is not as juicy as these lies, these deceptions. It's not. You know? The lies are way more entertaining. And that's what people are attaching themselves to, the lies. No, he wasn't on it. No, he should have did this. No, he should have did that. And you like, I'm going about the truth of the matter is. The truth of the matter is, yes, he was on our screen. Another truth of the matter is, yes, y'all didn't train properly for that hook. Y'all didn't. Now, the ice cream could have helped the power of it, maybe. We don't know. We're not in Ryan's body, you know. Those last 3 pounds that you struggled to get off, he didn't. So he was stronger. And Ryan is a naturally stronger fighter when you compare Devin and Ryan anyway. Ryan is a naturally stronger fighter. So the Devin and the Ryan thing, that's the case. I don't think Devin gonna win, in my opinion. And now it's all about how you bounce back from it. Because Devin, seeing that this case is going on, I don't think he's taking no fights during this case. And it's how you, and after the case is over, if they even go all the way through with it, or this might be another internet publicity stunt. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what's going on with these guys out here. It could be another internet publicity stunt, especially with Bill behind the keyboard. But we'll know. We'll know in the, you know what I'm saying? We'll know in due time. But I think Devin's career is taking an even more harder hit with this being reported. And like I said, in my opinion, I don't like it for him, but I'm not none of his handlers or nothing like that. I don't like it for him, and I'd rather Devin have went about this, like I said, took a year off, let your mind, body, and everything recover. You come back, you fight somebody that's going to give you, like you fight like a pit bull, dance circles around him, box circles around him, and then you fight another cat like a Ryo, and then you talk about getting back in there against those heavy hitters at that 140 limit or 147 if you want to be. I mean, but other than that, man, that's all I got for y'all. I just had to bring that to y'all because it was on my mind. I believe that most people in the boxing world is talking about it, and everybody giving their giving their views and opinions about it. So I want to give y'all the breakdown from the legal standpoint, the legal side of it, or on what's going to go down, on if he can sue for this or if he can sue for that. And I think I did a hell of a job. This is the Beyond the Gloves podcast, and thank y'all for tuning in with me. So until next time, like the best time, I'm gonna get up out of here. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe. Help me grow this podcast, and don't be afraid to hit that thumbs up, man. You know what I'm saying that's gonna help push the heavyweight. It's gonna help me push this podcast to the algorithm so that they know it's another boxing podcast out there with a real boxer who done real things. in this boxing community. So help me boost this podcast, like it, help me push this to the algorithm, and we're going to continue to turn up. Get it!
You are now listening to the Beyond the Gloves podcast. Subscribe now.
Yes, sir.